This is your AESH Weekly News Minute for Tuesday, January 31, 2023. Energy News. Norway's fossil fuel bonanza stokes impassioned debate about how best to spend its war profits. Norway's skyrocketing oil and gas wealth is expected to climb to new heights this year, boosted by higher fossil fuel prices in the wake of Russia's nearly year-long onslaught in Ukraine. The ballooning petroleum profits of the Scandinavian country put Oslo in a unique position, as many in Europe are struggling to cope with the region's worst energy crisis in decades. Norway, already extremely rich, is getting richer still. It has ignited an impassioned debate about international justice, with many questioning whether it is fair for Norway to rake in record oil and gas revenues at the expense of others' misfortune. Opposition lawmakers, prominent economists in the country, and even titans of Norway's energy industry have called on the government to set an example to the world by pumping its fossil fuel revenues into a new international solidarity fund that helps countries meet their climate goals. Logistics and transportation news. XPO and Schneider Electric launch railroad freight service between France and the UK. XPO has been a strategic partner to digital energy management and automation company Schneider Electric for 10 years, providing Schneider with full truckload, less than truckload and multimodal services in France and Spain. Now that Schneider is determined to become carbon neutral in its operations by 2025, XPO has developed a solution for the company's transportation needs. The multimodal service XPO provides for the company is managed by proprietary XPO technology and moves parts and components on round-trip runs between Schneider's warehouse in Mons, France, and its production plant in Telford, UK. XPO's road fleet transports containers of freight from Mons to the rail terminal in Venezuela. From there, the containers travel by train through the Eurotunnel or terminate at Dorges, where they cross the channel by ferry. Once in the UK, XPO's road fleet completes the deliveries to Telford. By utilizing rail and ferry to cover more than 650 kilometers of the trip, XPO has created additional capacity for Schneider and will reduce carbon emissions by an estimated 46% per year, 172 tons of CO2, compared with all road transport of 200 full truckloads. Technology news. Boston Dynamics robot Atlas shows off eerily human-like skills in new video of it helping a worker. Boston Dynamics Atlas robot can now run, jump, pick up and throw heavy objects, and perform complex moves that may one day help humans in factories or on construction sites. In a newly released video titled Atlas Gets a Grip, the humanoid robot grabs and tosses a bag of tools to a worker waiting at the top of a multi-story scaffold. To some, the new skills might not seem as jaw-dropping as in previous videos where the robot dances to Do You Love Me? And does a backflip. But Boston Dynamics says the technology behind the new control capabilities is actually more difficult to master than extreme acrobatics. In the new video, Atlas picks up not only the tool bag, but also a large wooden plank, runs upstairs, jumps between levels, and pushes a big wooden box from the platform without losing balance, which the company says is a deceptively complex task. Boston Dynamics highlights that for a robot, performing these manipulation tasks requires a more nuanced understanding of its environment than dancing, where the robot is essentially blind to its surroundings. Atlas, which is 1.52 meters tall and weighs 86 kilograms, has 28 hydraulic joints, 3 onboard computers, as well as battery-powered electric motors for movement. Finance news. The U.S. Federal Reserve on Friday rejected crypto-focused Custodia Bank's application to become a member of the Federal Reserve System, saying the bank's proposed business model and focus on digital assets presented significant safety and soundness risks. Custodia, which is based in Wyoming and is chartered through the state as a special-purpose depository institution, lacked a sufficient risk management framework to address the heightened risks associated with crypto, the Fed said, including crypto's potential use in money laundering and terrorist financing activities. Custodia Bank Chief Executive Caitlin Long said in a statement that the bank was surprised and disappointed by the Fed's decision. Custodia actively sought federal regulation, going above and beyond all requirements that apply to traditional banks, she said. Global economy and business news. Adani's market loss swells to $66 billion as its fight with short seller escalates. Most Adani Group shares extended their sharp falls on Monday as the Indian conglomerate's rebuttal of a U.S. short seller's criticism failed to pacify investors, driving stock market losses for the companies to $66 billion over 3 days. flagship Adani Enterprises, which is facing a crucial test this week with a follow-on share offering, rose 4% but was off initial gains of as much as 10% and significantly below the offer price. Adani, led by Asia's richest man Gautam Adani, has locked horns with Hindenburg Research and on Sunday hit back at the short sellers' report of last week that flagged concerns about its debt levels and the use of tax havens. Adani said it complies with all local laws and had made the necessary regulatory disclosures. This has been your AESH Weekly News Minute for Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. If you want more global energy news and real-time alerts, hit the subscribe button now and follow us on social media.